Hi, welcome to Self-Discovery Support. This is going to be a general message meant to help you reflect on your own specific situation. It's best to view this reading as a storyline rather than absolute fact. For the clarity you seek, listen for what resonates or agitates. There is also more info about me and this reading in the description box. Alright, so let's get started. We have confusion, and responsibilities. With regret in hidden energies. Okay, so we have these cards have messages, and it says I feel unclear about where we stand. So someone is confused. Someone says I have to take care of my financial and emotional needs. Okay, and I wish this never happened. Okay, so it does feel like a falling apart between two people. There's a sense that this person is choosing a path that is going to meet their physical needs rather than emotional needs at this point. And with, this child here makes me think like, there could be someone that has a family as well, not necessarily like a baby kind of family, but it can be someone who's caretaking parents as well. Sisters, nieces, this type of thing. There are a lot of people that take care of their extended family or their mom, dad financially, and that can be a big part of what somebody considers. But on top of that, it feels like this person, being unclear about what happened, chose something that was more stable. So they chose, if it's family, they're not sure. It feels like this is a connection that they're not fully sure about it. Something's happened here between you two, and it just feels like this person's turning to the surety. They know they have to do this thing, which is take care of people. They need to provide for people that they love and are connected to, and thus it's like also a way of turning away from confusion. Alright, so let's get into further messages. King of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. Yeah, this is worry. This is someone who knows they need to provide, and this is worry about that. Basically, it almost feels like someone that feels they don't have the luxury to think about themselves. So this could be a real kind of caregiver, caretaker type of person. Somebody that, with the Hangman though, so yeah, but in a way this is almost like an avoidance technique of this person. It's that situation where it's like they know what their role is in that situation. It's keeping them in a set place. However, we do have the Tower here. When you have the Hangman and then the Tower, it does make me think about how something can be, how you have a situation that can be going along fine, nothing's happening for a long time, and then suddenly something breaks. Either people break under the pressure of something shifts. Things change all the time. Children are born, people die, jobs are left, jobs are gotten, and all of those things make the changes. There are dramatic changes. But also, I've experienced a tower in my own life before where it's not like a big dramatic thing, but it's definitely a thought that changes the actions that you take after that. So it can be like a kind of an awakening, like, oh, like a realization moment. Let's see what else is here. The Hierophant. Ooh, with the Devil. Alright, and the Six of Wands. This can be many things. I'm gonna tell you what I think, which is the Hierophant often can be commitment, marriage. But with the Devil here, this can be the kind of commitment that is often unpleasant, because it's one where people need you. You need them. It's one where it doesn't really bring us to our highest good, because there's so many kind of emotional needs and exchanges, and everything's tangled up, and we no longer have a sense of ourselves, and then we feel lost in these type of commitments. So that can be what is here, you know. Also, I'm seeing that like somebody could be with the Hierophant particularly set in their ways, like they believe that things should be traditional. It's probably, this person could be quite conservative in their thoughts, and that's fine, but also it can be thoughts which keep them stuck, because it's, you know, if you have like, there's a reason that people encourage openness of mind, because it kind of unwraps all the programming and the attachment issues and all the trauma and all of that, and it allows you to see somebody else eye for eye, and it feels like this person, it's one of these two things, right? It's probably both, maybe a little bit of both, where there is a commitment and there is a sense of being entangled in it and not being able to leave it, but also maybe somebody who has a set way of thinking, things should be like this, and but it kind of cloaks, it keeps you safe in a way, because if that's the thing about the Devil, you get a sense that you're safe and you're enjoying yourself, but in the long run it doesn't actually help. So yeah, this person could be quite interested in just how they look, you know, like outward appearance of things. All right, and so that's like the responsibility part that's coming through. So I'm gonna move into groups, and so we're gonna gather messages connected to this reading for each group, and we're gonna do it by element. So we have group A, or fire signs, whichever one you feel is appropriate for you. Of course, you're gonna get messages across, so I wouldn't take it too firmly, but because people have placements, you might have fire and earth placements, so you might get messages in both. Okay, what else for fire? Okay, for fire signs, Knight of Wands, Eight of Swords. All right, to do with this situation, fire signs, I do see that that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, the Sagittarius energy is there. Somebody really wants to move forward. Aries energy as well. With the Three of Wands, it's like seeing the possibility. This person who is confused and has these regrets wants to take action, but it's like feeling so trapped by, one, the responsibility is what we were saying, and also our thoughts about how we view the relationship we have to the people that we're responsible for, because really and truly it's your own life, right? And there are always ways that we can modify. So for example, if you're taking care of family but you can't actually, you need to go away to like do your job, it doesn't mean give up your job. So that although some people would choose to do that, it means maybe you have to hire somebody to be there, or maybe you have to arrange with another family member that can do it to be there. There's like compromises, is I think is the word I'm searching for. But for fire signs, it seems like you're looking out to like one day you might be able to take action on this situation that you feel confused about, or maybe this person that you're, confused by, that you have regrets with. Maybe that will be something that can happen, but I don't see it now. It feels like there's a lot of entanglements that you're dealing with. All right, so let's look at group B, or earth signs. Five of Wands, Two of Wands. Okay, a lot of fiery energy in this reading. With the Six of Pentacles, that is Taurus energy. Okay, Five of Wands is definitely the conflict. But I think if you're an earth sign going through this situation, it feels like that the conflict is foremost in your mind, and I don't think you are like ready to go back into that situation right now. But it feels like if somebody approached you, you might be open to exploring that. I don't think you're shutting it off, but I don't think you're taking action. I think it's like, if this person approached me, this is what I know I would do. I would, I feel like you would be giving, you would try to reciprocate a little bit. And I don't know if that means like advancing to any kind of major stage, because I do feel a hesitation in this. But King of Cups is here. So I do feel that it's not, you bear no malice. Maybe you've worked through that, but it just feels like you'd be balanced. You would take your time. You would be open to exploring, but not too open is kind of the energy I'm getting with this. So you may have regrets, but it's less of a like, I would, like the fire signs, I would love to charge in and take action, but a lot is holding me back type of energy. It's more this kind of, it's a little bit more like mellow, resolved energy. All right, so let's see for air signs, or if group C, whichever you identify with. The Moon, Four of Pentacles. All right, so for air signs, it feels like you could be the one in this confused state, because the Moon is one of like the unknown, not knowing and needing to know, right? That makes sense. For an air sign, it's like needing to understand, but maybe not willing to. You don't understand something, but still you can't let go of it, or you can't open up to it because of this unknowing. This is Queen of Cups and King of Wands energy. So air signs, there's a sense that one of you in this connection was more empathetic, more kind of gentle, and there was another one that was maybe stronger in terms of wanting to push something forward. And the result for you is just a lot of like not sure what's happening, but you hold back or you hold on to it. Alright, so let's see for water signs or group D, whichever one you relate to. Knight of Swords, Ten of Wands. Okay, so water signs are sharing a similar energy to me to the fire signs, but water signs, instead of wanting to take action, it's like wanting to communicate first, because there's a lot, I feel like there's a lot of emotional baggage, a lot of emotional weight that's happened, and I think you want to help clear this. King of Cups here, so it does have a similarly like giving energy to earth signs. You want to be, I think you are people that you don't like conflict, but it feels like you have something on your chest that you need to get off your chest with this person. It feels like you need that emotional balance, it feels like, with this person, and I don't know if this person is willing to give that. There's a lot of withholding, but it feels like you might want to take the lead in that if this person were open to that. Some of you might have like a few firm words to say, but there is a feeling of like I can hardly like talk. It's like feels jittery, like you want to say a lot to this person, because you feel like so much has happened emotionally, internally for you. Alright, and let's get advice. Let's close with some advice for all of you in this. Two of Pentacles, the World. Alright, so I think the universe here is saying like you have to work to balance things. Queen of Swords. There has to, in order to get to your Ten of Cups, right, you have to work to balance things. There's an imbalance between the two of you, and if the Queen of Swords indicates that communication is a strong point or a factor needed in order to close this, in order to complete this. This is what's needed for this connection to thrive. Let's look at potential outcome. The Fool, Seven of Swords with the Lovers. Okay, it feels like it's one of my favorite Lovers cards in a deck. It feels like the potential outcome, if this is not healed, it feels like it can either be the Fool, where you have a new beginning, but if you have a new beginning without authentically healing it, you might get a situation where you have the Lovers and the Ten of Swords, which is not what you want. I mean, maybe some of you want that because maybe this is too far gone, but this is the This Might Heal card, and it comes out like this. So this might actually heal if you can manage to counter and do the things that are in the advice for you. It's possible to not kind of avoid a nice beginning if that's what you want. We know that people here regret what happened, so sometimes things happen because of the state we're in, the time of life we're in, the environment, and that's not to rob people of accountability, but sometimes that's just how it is, and you can make amends. Sometimes you can't make amends. Let's get you a decoding card. Be careful when seeking advice that you are not masking a need for reassurance and validation. Alright, and I would take that. These cards are very sharp. I would take that to apply to this reading as well. So sometimes we listen to tarot readings. We all do this, right? If you listen to tarot readings on YouTube, it's very hard to not say, yes, you know, like that person did that to me, and I'm glad that they're getting their karma or whatever. But it's like, be careful that you're not listening to kind of hide that need. It's okay to have the need to be reassured and know that you are valid in what happened, but maybe not to keep confirming and kind of villainize people. That might be an unpopular opinion, because I know that that's a big cathartic thing for people who watch tarot readings, is to hear about the karma of the person that wronged them. But there we go. I feel like I'm more interested in readings that try to mend connections. Alright, let's get you an affirmation from the Parrot box. Okay, one came out. It says, "You are fantastic." That is so true. Alright, so this was your reading. If you resonated in any of the groups or the general message, please do let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you on another reading. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Take care.